Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope that you are doing well. If you are here with me live, let me know hello, say salam. If you are able to hear me and see me, say hello in the chat, in the comments, I guess. I'm live streaming to the Facebook group. If you're not yet in the Facebook group and you're watching it elsewhere, please, please, please join the Facebook community because I am going to be sharing lots of tech trainings in here going forward, and you get to watch them for free if you're in my community. So the link for joining the community is facebook.com/groups/wealthy startups. So if you're not in the community, please join. Okay, so in the month of January, I'm going to be focusing on Canva because I have gotten lots of questions about Canva from lots of different people, and I want to make sure that you have all of the tools to really excel at creating content in Canva. It is such a powerful platform. If you don't yet have Canva, or if you have not used Canva, if you're watching this for the first time and you're like, what is Canva? I don't even know if this is something I need or not. I want you to go to my training where you can request the free Canva training to get started with Canva. I'm going to actually share my screen and share that with you real quick, just so that you can grab that as well, because that will be really helpful in getting you started with Canva. So if you go to my website, which is simplifyonething.com, while you're here, do sign up for my tech tips also, because I am going to be sending emails to your inbox so you don't miss any tech tips there as well. So you can sign up for that. But where I want you to go is really go to resources at the top, click on that, and it's going to take you to this Learn Canva page. On here, if you just sign up, it's going to give you access to my Canva on-demand training, which is super excellent in getting started with Canva for doing any type of content creation or design or anything like that. You will do a good job once you have the basics down. Okay, so I am going to go back to this other page real quick. All right, so I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go to canva.com. So if you don't have an account with Canva, go to canva.com, use an email, and sign up for a free account. To sign up for Canva, it's free, and you get a lot of the features, access to them for free. Anytime any feature that is a premium feature for which you need a paid plan, you will see a little crown next to that. Let me see if I can show you that on anything. So having a brand kit, there's a little crown next to that. So that definitely is a premium feature for which you need the paid version of Canva. And a lot of times, if you're looking at templates and things like that, it will tell you if it uses any elements that are premium. I forget if it calls it premium or paid or something, but basically you see a little crown next to that. And that's how you know that if it's a paid feature or not. Okay, so you're going to need Canva. I also am going to use ChatGPT for creating the content. I'm going to show you how I would approach something like that, just so that you can get a little familiar with that as well if you're not yet using ChatGPT. Again, to use ChatGPT, you also just need a free account. So as long as you have an email, get a free account, get started with that. And the third thing I'm going to use is a Google Sheet. If you don't have a Google Gmail account, you're missing out. You absolutely need a Gmail in this day and age, because Google for free gives you access to a lot of different platforms, like a Google spreadsheet, multiple spreadsheets. You can do unlimited number of spreadsheets on a free plan. You can do Google Docs, you can do Google Slides, which is their presentation application, and a whole lot of other ones. So if you don't yet have a Gmail, sign up for a Gmail, or if you have a workspace, Gmail workspace account, which is with your branded domain, then you don't need a Gmail, you just use that instead. Okay, so first things first, I basically just went to chatgpt.com and you create an account. I think it's OpenAI is probably the website, but just type in ChatGPT in Google, it'll come up, and just create an account with an email and you will be good to go. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say for the next 60 days, I am going to be focusing on content creation. I mean, you could do anything. A lot of times, like I do quotes from people. I'm like big on that. I absolutely love those. But I'm just, trying something different. Actually, let's just do quotes, because then I can use those as well. Okay, for the next 60 days, I'm going to be focusing on, let's see, time management, goal setting, and getting things done. 60 original quotes on these topics or posting on social media. My goal is to, what is my goal? My goal for these posts is to make the post engaging and attract people who are interested in accomplishing their goals in 2025, something like that, right? Like I'm basically just describing exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm just gonna see what it says and we'll go with it. Okay, I'm gonna say go, and it's gonna give me 60 original quotes. There we go. So I could use these, or if I want quotes by famous people, I could do that as well. Let me actually just do that. Ha, I like that. Obstacles are detours, not dead ends. Mistakes are proof. What did it say? Mistakes are proof you're trying. Learn and keep moving. Okay, so let's go with that. And it actually categorized it in multiple categories. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to actually copy all of this content. Scroll to the top, please. All right, it doesn't want to copy the last one. That's fine. Highlight the last one. Okay, I'm going to right click and I'm going to say copy, and I'll copy the first one in a second also. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to open a new window, and I'm going to open up my Google account, and I just want to open up a spreadsheet, and I just want to paste it there. And to do that, I'm logged into my Gmail. You can just go to google.com or gmail.com and be logged into your account and click on this little waffle in the top right corner. And from there, you're going to click either, the easiest thing is to just click on Sheets. So let's do that. Click on Sheets. It's going to take you to Spreadsheets here. Click on this giant plus sign, which says blank spreadsheet. And we are going to go to I'm going to just skip a few rows at the top. I'll show you why I did that. And then I'm going to come to this cell, and I am going to right click, and I'm going to say paste, and hopefully paste it. Okay, beautiful. It kept the quotes and all that. That's cool. Okay, if you want to modify them, you totally can. If you got a quote by other like famous people or something like that, I would put the author of the quote in a separate column, just so that you could, when you create the post, it basically gives you 2 rows like that. And I could show you how to do that in just a second also. Okay, so the first one, it didn't copy first, so I'm going to go back to that screen, and I'm going to copy that one too. I'm going back over here, and I'm going to paste it here. All right, so these are basically quotes. I could delete the first row if I want, and I'm also going to delete the column, not the column, the headings for each topic. If I need it for something, I could add it to a different column, but I don't need it for anything. I just know what they're about, so I'm going to just delete this row. So I am highlighting the row by clicking on the row itself, on the number of the row, and then right-clicking and hitting the delete row button. Overcoming challenges. Delete that one. Reflection and planning. Because if I don't delete it, when the posts get created, they're going to get created as posts too, which is not what we want. Okay, so I trust that it did 60 posts. I can also highlight the whole thing and it'll count. It's actually 61. That means I have one more right here. Motivation and inspiration, column heading left. So I'm going to delete that one also. Okay, so now it should be 60, and I'll just call them, I don't know, quotes. So you have your content, and now we are going to put it in a beautiful design in Canva and create posts from it. If for some reason you don't like this, you want to change something, go for it. I would read it. I would give it some time, read it to make sure it all sounds good before I'm going to post something like this. If you wanted totally something different, right? If you wanted famous quotes by Tony Robbins, or if you wanted famous quotes by Warren Buffett or whatever, right? Like you could search for those, and ChatGPT could help you with that as well, and you could come up with that also. If you are just wanting other, like, funny, witty posts or something like that, you can also ask ChatGPT to give you those. Power of ChatGPT is in the prompts, right? So the better the prompt, the better results you're gonna get. So just play with it and see what happens. Okay, so is everybody good so far with seeing how I got the quotes from ChatGPT, pasted them into a spreadsheet, just gave this header at the top. I'm not worried about the formatting or anything like that. The formatting is not going to be used from here, so I'm not going to spend any time fixing that or anything like that. So from here, I'm going to call this one, I'm going to say productivity quotes or something like that. I'll just call this file that, just to keep myself organized. And to name a file, I just went to the top where it says untitled something, untitled sheet or something, and I just clicked on that and updated it. Okay, from here, I'm going to click on file. And from here, I'm going to select download. And from this menu that opens up, I'm going to download this as a CSV file, which is comma separated values file, because that is the type of file Canva needs to pull this into different posts. So I'm going to just click on that, and it's going to download this file onto my computer. It put it in my downloads folder right here. I see it, the first sheet of that. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to go to Canva, and we're going to go up here, and we're going to say, let's create, I don't know, Instagram post template. I can do template, or I can just say Instagram post, and I am going to search under Canva templates. It's giving me this at the bottom. If you don't have any of your content in here, yeah, you may not see this or the brand templates. You can just hit enter, or I want to select Canva templates, and then I'm going to hit enter. So what this is going to do now is it's searching all Canva templates, and it's showing me some that that may be of interest to me. If there is something I like, I am going to grab that. I'm going to use that. I'm just browsing. I spend very little time on browsing in Canva because this could be analysis paralysis, seriously. So pick something that grabs your attention, go with it, and then later on you can change for the next round or whatever, right? Because instead of spending lots of time figuring out which one could be the best one, just put something out there and come back and update it. Okay, so a lot of these have graphics and things like that. I like stuff like this a lot also, with the different backgrounds and like a quote in the front. I really like that. I actually really, really like this one. So I'm gonna go with this one. So this one, because it's there's a crown in the bottom right corner. It's a pro feature. That's what they call it. I was calling it premium. It's a pro feature. So for pro, you have to have a paid version. So maybe we don't use that. Maybe we use something that doesn't have. In the next 5 seconds, I'm going to pick something. So Instagram is really good with images and things like that. Quotes do well if they're either reels or animated or something like that. So we could do something like this also, where on the left, we change the picture. We swap out the pictures every time or something like that. What do you think? I also like this. It's pretty. All right, let's go with this. This doesn't have a pro next to it. That's why I'm picking that. And after I make the selection, it's going to show me if there are other ones that are similar, because I may be interested in that also. I'm clicking on customize this design, and now it's going to create this and give it to me like this. And I could, like, if I wanted to keep this, I could make this, whatever, like goal setting, or if I wanted to keep this heading for something, if I wanted to keep that category heading, I could do this, but I'm gonna not do that. So I'm gonna delete this. So I'm here, everything on this design now is editable. You can change the background if you want to, you can change the font style if you want to. I am just going to come in here. I'm going to delete this because I don't need this for anything. And I am going to delete this also. I'm going to leave this line here. I kind of like it. And this one, I'm going to change. This is where my quotes are going to go. I'm just going to say quotes over here. I actually like the font style. It's italicized. All of that looks fine to me. I'm going to leave this as is. I just want to make sure when my text happens, it doesn't overlap with the image over here, the picture over here. So I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. And then I also want to check, I'm clicking on this thing. I just want to check the anchor text is this one. So new text is going to go below that. So I clicked on this little icon on the top, which is the spacing icon. And from here, I'm making it this so that when new text is added, it's going to expand and it's going to go under it and not be above that. If it was here, then basically it would move it. New text will make the box go to the top. So just, I'm going to just keep it like that. And you'll see in a minute what I mean by that. If my explanation was terrible, you'll see in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. I like it. Let's pull in our data. So we will call it, I don't know, January 60-day productivity motivational quotes or something like that. This is just for me, just so that if I come back in here ever looking for this, I know where to find it. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want Canva to create 60 of these posts and replace this one with the actual quote, just this text with the actual quote. If I wanted to maybe do 4 different designs or something like that, let's just say that, right? 4 different designs, every 15 days I wanted to change the design or something like that, then I would split that spreadsheet into 4. I would make this 4 sheets. I would do 15 on each one. And basically I would pull that in 4 different times. That's 4 different files. And then it would just do, the posts for the 15 for each design. And I would basically have 4 of these files with 4 different designs. But let's just go with this one and create 60 with the same design for now. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to click on quotes, and on the left, I'm going to go to bulk create. Bulk create should be an option available on the left for you. If it's not, let me know. You may have to search for it and add it the very first time you do this, but I am hopeful that you see it. I've been using it for a long time, so for me, it's here. But if it's not here, message me and I will help you find it. Okay, so click on bulk create. And in here, we have a few options. It also gives us a little guide like what you can do over here. You could enter the data manually or you can upload data. I'm going to use the upload data because I have pulled that data in already from ChatGPT into a spreadsheet. So that is what I want to upload automatically over here. So I'm going to click on upload data, and it's opening up a file, the browser to pick a file. So I'm clicking the productivity quote sheet 1, and I am going to hit open on here and see what happens. So it sees that it only had 1 column in that first spreadsheet, which was quotes. And is it good? Yes, that's the one I want. So it pulled the data in, but it still doesn't know that I want this data, these quotes, placed on here in this spot. So to do that, you want to click on this text box and you want to right click on it. Actually, not right click on it. Go in here and click on the 3 dots over here. I'm so used to right clicking that. But in Canva, you can't, right click doesn't give you the same option. So click on that, click on the 3 dots on here, and then say connect data. So in here, now you're going to select quotes. So now you're telling it this quotes is basically this data, tie this data to this element on my Canva design. So now if I hit continue, it's going to pull all of that in. Look at that, all 60 posts, it's pulling those, all the 60 quotes, it's pulling those in. If I click on generate 60 designs, it's going to open up a new window and it's going to create 60 of these for me. So if I click on generate 60 designs right here, it's bulk creating. While it's bulk creating, I'm gonna take a sip. So check this out. Time isn't found, it's made. Master your minutes to master your life. The clock is ticking. Invest your time wisely, not wastefully. Every moment is a chance to move closer to your dreams. Oh my gosh, they actually sound like quotes like I would say. So this is super cool. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I hope you see the power in this thing, how you're able to create so many posts so quickly within minutes. So all 60 of them are here. And if for some of them you want to swap out the design, you could manually do that. Or what I would do is I would basically just create 4 different files, 4 different Canva files, and load in 4 different spreadsheets into that because it's that simple. if I wanted to change the color or anything like that. And while you're in Canva, if you want to add your own logo and stuff like that, if there are any changes you wanted to make that it didn't take or something, you looked at this and you're like, nah, I don't like it. You can always go back to your original one, which is your template, and you can make changes to it here and then just click on generate 60 designs again, and it'll automatically create those 60 posts for you in a new tab one more time. So you could do this as many times as you want. Just when you're done, go back and just clean up and delete the old files that you don't need, because why leave clutter there, right? So if this first attempt was not the best, so the first time I did it, I didn't check this anchor thing on my designs. So all the text was like, not in the right orientation and not in the right place where I wanted it to be, or the font size was too small or too big or something once it pulled the post in or something like that, right? So if it doesn't look right, instead of trying to fix each one individually here, you can just always go back and just update your template and just click on generate 60 designs again and let it rerun it for you. Okay, so I am gonna pause here for a second. I'm gonna see if anybody has any questions about this or about anything related to Canva. I can answer those. And I also want to go back to my website real quick. So if you're interested in learning some features of Canva that will help you 10x your content creation and reduce the time, and you're able to just do so many cool things so fast, all like cutting edge stuff, you want to go under services on my website and go to training and templates. And if you go to on-demand tech trainings, you can click on on-demand tech trainings. If you scroll down, you're going to see this Canva Glow Up training. You can get this. It's only $37. And with this, you're able to, I've actually covered 10 different things that would really help you excel in Canva, their advanced features, and also cut down the amount of time you spend in building your content and your designs. So check this out if you're interested in that. Okay. I hope this was helpful, and I am going to hop off. I will be back next Monday at the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, where I'm going to be talking about, I think my topic is QR codes, if I'm not mistaken. How to create QR codes for generating leads, capturing leads and generating leads and things like that. So I'll be doing that next week. And I hope you have a super awesome, super productive week ahead. May peace and blessings be with you, my friends. I love you all. I will see you next week. Bye.